We are in the west end of Toronto, and we're in the main floor great room of my client's house. Our clients, Mark and Sandy, have 3 pretty young-ish kids, and they really had survived, I'm gonna say, in this small house with no dishwasher, guys, for years and years and years, and it was time to upgrade. This house was a bungalow, so we've added an entire second floor, which obviously dramatically changed the layout, because when we first met the clients, this floor was everything. It was 3 bedrooms, living room, dining room, kitchen, and entry. And now we do have an office, but we've removed all the bedrooms and they've moved upstairs, and we have this great open main floor plan. They really wanted to create a fun family home with personality. They really like color, which we love. And also one of the clients has red hair. So we talked a lot about the colors that she likes based on her red hair and how we would make that work. And they were definitely more willing to take risks and to really personalize the space to suit their aesthetic. So to imagine how the house was before, the front foyer was the kitchen. No dishwasher, original 1940s cabinets, and then it had a side door. So we actually shifted the front door entrance towards where the kitchen was so that you now walk into what is now the foyer. In the foyer, we wanted to create storage. We wanted to create this interesting texture with the floor tile, and really just make sure that we have adequate mudroom storage for a family of 5 to be entering and exiting during all seasons of our Toronto weather. Mark works in distilling, so that was important to bring that element into the finished space. So we ended up creating this separate bar nook with a little round table. Also works great for puzzles, games, kids' homework. The bar has a bit of mid-century vibe with the slab walnut cabinetry and this dark, dark blue tile. It almost reads as black, but it's actually like really dark navy. And we did a stacked install there just to make it a little bit different and again, lean a little more into that mid-century vibe. We added the uppers and also the brass bar rail onto the shelves so that you can put all of your bottles right up to the front, and it kind of looks like an old-fashioned bar that you'd see in a restaurant. But it's right past the foyer when you enter into the main great room space. And when you enter into that space, you also get this glimpse of these huge floor-to-ceiling windows that go all the way across the back of the house. The house overlooks a ravine, which is amazing. They get just beautiful foliage in the summer, and then you don't have neighbors that you're looking into, which really means you can take advantage of the floor-to-ceiling windows and not worry about privacy.
Thanks for watching. This house tour is presented by The Well. Discover 320,000 square feet of thoughtfully designed indoor and outdoor shopping space in the heart of downtown Toronto. A mix of world-class retailers and local brands populate The Well's 3-level open-air retail walk. Residents and visitors will find an inspired mix of home goods, fashion, and beauty, along with top restaurants, fresh market fare, and gourmet grab-and-go meals. What are you shopping for this season?
In the living room, the goal was to really seat a lot of people. Sandy has a large extended family, and we wanted to be able to have everybody in the house at the same time. So we created this huge sectional space, added a swivel chair in this like rich mustard ochre color. And then behind that on the TV wall, we did millwork, which has the white background of the wall, so it doesn't get overly heavy, but we have this like deep, rich navy, which again, looks great with red hair and also looks great with that mustardy chair popping out against it. The fabric on the sectional also has a bit of a 70s vibe, which I'm really into the 70s, I feel like it's really nice. But then the rug has a bit of a Persian type texture, so there's that nice contrast. It's not all one note. And I think the goal is whenever you're thinking about like, you know, I want to create a mid-century house, you're not trying to create a time capsule. So when you mix different elements, it feels like it's more collected and gathered over time, which I think is always going to feel a little more relaxed than something that is all one style. We're obsessed with this wallpaper. There's a quality to it that almost looks like it's hand-drawn with crayons when you look up close, and it's a fun floral, and it feels relaxed. But really, since it is all an open room, to define that dining area as its own room, wallpaper or some kind of wall treatment is a great way to accomplish that. We're always trying to encourage people to really stay at the dining table and hang out there, and I feel like a banquette is the perfect way to do that. I also think it's more multifunctional, like you'd sit there with coffee and read a magazine, whereas you're not gonna do that in a dining chair as much. We picked this beautiful table from Mary Ratcliffe Studio. It's handmade in Toronto, and it is an enormous table with this really cool detail on the pedestals at the base. Beautiful, beautiful dark finish. Again, bringing another wood finish in. We talked a lot about different options for light fixtures, and really you'd need something that's quite long and linear to be able to balance the length of the table. We couldn't find anything that we really liked in that vibe, so we went instead with 2 pendants, and these are like dark, dark, dark glossy blue. So they tie into the finish on the TV millwork, which is across on the opposite side of the room. And again, tie into the colors and the beautiful wallpaper, but provide a break from your traditional chandelier with glass. And it's a more light and fun option. The kitchen was originally the principal bedroom. Now it is a giant kitchen. The goal was to create something really interesting and special. The starting point was that 3D tile. We really fell in love with the shape of it and the color and thought it would look really beautiful with walnut. We were able to stack so much function in here. I mean, it's a large space. We have a giant island with seating. We have a bar fridge. We have 2 dishwashers. We went from 0 to 2. We have an appliance garage. We have a separate bar sink and a coffee station area. So there's really many different zones to be working in, which is amazing for a family of 5 because it means everybody can be in the space at the same time and not bumping into each other like the old kitchen, which was the foyer. We have wood slab millwork, and then we introduced a shaker door profile in a color that ties into the backsplash tile. This color is Green Smoke by Fair and Ball. I love their palette just because they all have this like muted vibe. We introduced brass into this space, mainly because we thought it looked really beautiful with the walnut. It's really rich and warm. And you can never go wrong with like the rich tones of that cognac leather. I feel like it's neutral, looks beautiful with wood. And we wanted to make sure the bar stools were gonna be comfy enough for people to sit there. Nobody wants a bar stool with no back. My sister complains that your butt hangs out of it and nobody likes that. These ones are rounded, so they cup your body when you're sitting in them, which makes it super comfy. And that hit of black on the frame is a nice tie-in with the black windows and doors and some other elements in the space. There was an existing bathroom on the main floor that used to be the family bathroom, which is now basically the powder room, but also the bathroom for the guest room, because there's a guest room on the main floor as well. We wanted to make sure that it would still have a shower and be accessible if parents and stuff were staying over, but we did, again, want to add more color. We picked this like beautiful green tile, which ties in with the wallpaper, and you see it in the distance when you're looking at the dining room. And then this incredible concrete sink from Concreti, which just brings in another like surprise element. You don't expect a colored sink. And then we added a textured wall covering, which is vinyl, so really durable, protects the walls and adds another layer of texture to the space. Since the original house didn't have stairs going to the second floor because there was no second floor, we thought a lot about how we wanted to add this staircase and what it was gonna look like and where you were gonna be able to see it from. So we chose to add a solid wall on the kitchen side so that we could use that for millwork, but then keep it open on the bar and foyer side so that it becomes an architectural feature in the space. The railing is black metal and wood, so the wood tone ties in with the floor, but the metal is in this interesting like horseshoe shape, something a bit more unexpected. And there are these hits of black throughout the home, like the windows, and that staircase railing detail ties into that as well. Now that the clients are living in this space, they're really enjoying having so much more space and being able to seat everybody in the living room at the same time. I feel like this house is joyful. There's like a real sense of fun and interest and excitement. And these are the spaces we like to do where it's the color and the pattern and just the warmth of the space. It feels very joyful. I keep saying joyful. Joyful.